Part of what makes humans so unique is our extensive vocabulary. Of course, verbal language is important, but perhaps even more important than that is written language. Writing is like the ultimate time capsule, a way to look back and understand the thoughts and actions of our ancestors before us. It preserves events that would otherwise be forgotten for the generations to come, years after they took place. Without it, our history and heritage would slowly be forgotten over time. And yet, while writing preserves our history, no one really appreciates the history of the written word itself. Scholars and historians alike have sought to both preserve and appreciate the written word in all of its many manifestations. Nelle Krise, a professor who taught at a small college on a hill above Wheeling, West Virginia, sought to preserve the written word and collected several priceless artifacts demonstrating ancient instances of literature to further understand how written language evolved. But who was Nelle Krise, and what was she all about? Nelle Krise was born in the state of Georgia, but she always felt that Southern California and West Texas were the two places she felt most at home. Nonetheless, she taught at West Liberty from 1926 to 1966. During her time as a professor, Krise taught an array of courses spanning from Shakespeare to Chinese and Japanese art, from Greek mythology to the Bible. Nelle always made herself accessible to her students and had many close friendships with them, even after they departed the university. Her fondness of her students often showed through her actions, most notably during the Great Depression, when she invited those with little to eat to her home for dinner. Throughout her life, Nelle always had a love of literature, art, and music. Nelle was a very worldly person, and in her 40 years of teaching, she wanted to share the knowledge she had with everyone, including her students, friends, and colleagues. She also loved to travel, and had been to countries such as Italy, Greece, Germany, and France. These trips abroad, along with her fascinations of the written word, likely inspired her to compile her famous collection. Nelle traveled to public auctions and private collectors all around the globe to accumulate these artifacts, many of which are priceless. Even after her teaching career reached the final chapter, she still strived to share what she knew with everyone around her. She donated her beloved collection to the Paul N. Elbin Library at West Liberty University in 1971 to ensure that this knowledge would be passed on to her community even after she was gone. Today, nearly 100 years since Ms. Krise began working at West Liberty University, her name still lives on through the school. Not only is one of the halls named in her honor, but on the second floor of the library, the Nelle M. Krise Weird Book Room houses her historical collection. On display are several prime examples of ancient literature made all over the world, dating back hundreds of years ago, including a Dutch Book of Hours from 1460, a piece of Egyptian papyrus inscribed with hieroglyphics from 30 BC, an ancient Babylonian cuneiform writing tablet that served as a receipt for sheep and goats. It dates back to 2350 BC. This incredible collection continues Krise's dream to share the history of the written word with everyone, and remains one of West Liberty University's most beloved treasures.